What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Sounds here with another video. In this video, what I want to talk about is writing songs, and I just want to give you an idea of some, let's say, good formats as far as writing songs and how to basically come up with songs that are catchy and go with the beat that you're writing the song to. One of the best methods when it comes to writing songs, and you can quote Timbaland on this. I've heard that Timbaland, when he comes across an artist, the first thing he will tell them is to write a hook. That's probably, in my opinion, the best way to write a good song, because you want to come up with a catchy hook first, because that's the first thing that people are going to remember when they hear your song is your hook. How catchy is your hook? You could have great lyrics in your song and everything, and then have a hook that's trash. So you want to make sure you have a really good hook, a catchy hook that people can remember, because that's the first thing that they're going to memorize when they listen to your song. Now, am I saying that writing your hook first is the only way to make a catchy song? No. Some songs don't even need a hook. For example, my last music video, if you watched it, what was it? Living Letter. In Living Letter, you can check it out. I didn't even write a hook for that. I just let the beat be the hook. It just had a piano that came in, and I just let that rock as the hook. So some songs don't need a hook. I actually have another song called I'm Good. I put it on SoundCloud, where all I did was talk, and that was the hook. So there's different ways to do it. You can also do it vice versa, as far as writing your verse first and then coming up with a hook. Yeah, that does work, but in my opinion, the best way to do it is to write your hook first, because that will give you an idea of where you want to go with your verses and with your song, and it also will make that song more catchy, because you're writing something that goes along with that beat. Because sometimes you'll write these verses that go with the beat, and then the hook that you write doesn't go with the beat. So you want to come up with a hook that matches that beat, matches the feel of the beat. You want to do that first, so that way the whole rest of the song flows in with the feel of the beat, because it will flow in with the feel of that hook, which flows with the feel of the beat. So now let's get into some songs that I've done, just to give you an idea, and I'll show you the different formats of how I did these songs, and you'll hear how some don't have a hook, some do have a hook, vice versa, whatever. Alright, the first one, this one is on SoundCloud, and I'll leave the link in the description. This is called I'm Good. This one, I did not write a hook for it, all I did was talk through it. But let's go ahead and listen to that. Word. Work too hard, not to have anything come back in return. That's equal to the amount of work that we put into it. So what's the point in working hard just to have somebody else get the benefits of what you do? Yo, let's go. Yo. Life is something like a puzzle. Piece it together, with the right cuts to formulate the right hustle. The right hustle with the right money, integrated with the right plan to formulate into a nice bubble. Most of us never plan for the future. Caught in the same situation, ain't nothing moving. Same job, same money, same debt. Playing them lotto tickets, ain't hit big yet. Getting your hopes up like you gon' be set. Pockets running on E and they ain't got nothing left. Too many of us can't see what's real. Working your life away but stay broke paying bills. Land of the free and home of the brave, or land of the overworked and way underpaid. 50,000 a year thinking we got it made. No more just working 40 hours staying enslaved. Yo, I'm good, I think it's time we took our lives back from pretty corporate America. Cause they're not gonna just give it to you. It's either you're gonna have to make your own way or take your own way. Let's go. We always talk about. Alright, so I'm not gonna get into the second verse, but you can see there how I did that song. The hook was just me talking. That's all it was. In that song I actually wrote the verse first, and I couldn't come up with the hook. I didn't have an idea for it, so I said, you know what, I'll just talk to it. So and it worked out. It worked out. In some cases it works, some cases it doesn't, because I didn't write my hook first. But I started to get an idea for the hook. For the verse first, and then I just wrote that first, and then I tried to come up with a hook, which made it more difficult for me to come up with a good hook. Alright, so now let me get into this next song. This one does have a hook to it, but I wrote the hook last in this one. I did write the verses first, then I came up with the hook later. But it worked out, and the hook actually went good with the song, went well with it, at least in my opinion. So let me let you guys hear this one. Tell me what you think.
I try to keep my head up, but they keep trying to knock me back down, So I just keep motivating. Here we go. Working all the time and you barely just getting by, 'cause they don't pay you what you need to be comfortably living life. Pay a little on each bill to keep on the heat and the lights. Eating cheap to stretch a dollar, but yo, I'ma be alright, cause tonight we gon' party harder than a rock star. Like we ain't got tomorrow. We bout to ball and spend this money like we got it all. Forget the bills in the rent, I'm about to blow it off. Get my check and spend it all. Party like a rock star. Like we ain't got tomorrow. We bout to ball and spend this money like we got it all. Forget the bills in the rent, I'm about to blow it off. Get my check and spend it all. They calling cause they want me to make payment arrangements. My dolo, my bills high, they calling me complaining. I work too hard to be broke, so I'm deferring all my payments. I'm splurging with my paycheck, party in my basement, let's get it. I ain't never got no worries, party real big, do it up with the fan. Mama cooking chicken in the kitchen with the curry. We gon' capture every moment, we gon' party every minute. We gon' do it bigger than we ever did it, yep. We gon' party harder than a rock star. Like we ain't got tomorrow. We bout to ball and spend this money like we got it all. Forget the bills in the rent, I'm about to blow it off. Get my check and spend it all. We gon' party hard.
Alright, so that one worked out. And actually in that one, the hook was a little longer than I like it to be, because usually you want to keep your hooks kind of short as far as the phrases go, but it worked out because I used catchy words in there. We gon' party harder than a rock star. And then people might not remember the rest, but that first part is gonna catch their brains first. That's what you want. You want something that people are gonna remember when you write your hooks too. That's very important, because if you can't write something that's gonna stick in people's heads, then you're not writing a good hook. And that's what people are gonna remember first. It's something easy to remember and something that's catchy. Alright, so now let's move on to the next song. And this song, I did write the hook first, and then I wrote the verses after that. And this one, the last one isn't finished. It's only one verse in there, so I gotta finish that. So I'm not gonna upload that one. This one I might upload, and the first one you heard is on SoundCloud. So let's take a look at this one and tell me what you think.
Favorite song. Bob your head to this and sing along. Gotta bounce whenever this come on. It feels so good when this beat playing on. This your favorite song? Yeah, this your favorite song. You pop your head to this and sing along. You gotta bounce whenever this come on. It feels so good when this beat playing on. Yeah, this your favorite song. Cause this your favorite song. Black, white, or Haitian, they gon' play this everywhere from NYC to Asia. No time for no labels to take what I'm making and keep all of my profit. That's my for the taking. I'm making my own way. No time for no vultures who scheme their way from pay and they come try to take your bucks. Their bucks is their bucks and your bucks is their bucks. Get a fan base, get your rate up. They don't see no bucks, I'm on one. A journey to succeeding. I cut up halfway through this industry, interview with internal bleeding. Heathens, they feeding on weaklings who ain't eating, but I'ma see them and show them we really don't need them. I'm speeding. I got no limits, going go brothers on these tracks. I throw it out there and let it boomerang with more stacks. You ain't gotta be the best to get on, but I'm about to be my best to get gone. And I just made your favorite song. It's your favorite song. You bop your head to this and sing along. You gotta bounce whenever this come on. It feels so good when this be playing on. Yeah, this your favorite song, cause it's your favorite song. You bop your head to this and sing along. You gotta bounce whenever this come on. It feels so good when this be playing on. Yeah, it's your favorite song, cause it's your favorite song.
Alright, so again, writing the hook first worked because it went perfect with that beat, at least in my opinion. You guys can tell me what you think about that. But yeah, that you see, like when you write that hook first, how catchy it is when you write that catchy hook and you write those words that, you know, like that one. Yeah, it's your favorite song. Those might be the first words that people remember right there. They might not remember nothing else in the hook for maybe a week later. But you want those first words to be what people remember. But then they listen to it, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all might get some of these stuck in your head. But just remember that. You want something simple that people can remember and it gets stuck in their head, and that right there is important when you're writing your hooks. And writing them first will help you do that, and it will help it be, will help it match the flow of that beat that you're writing it to. Alright, so just keep that in mind when you're writing your hooks, because you want it to be as catchy as possible and you want it to be as simple to remember as possible. Those are the main components of writing a good song, is those things right there that I just mentioned. So that's all I have for today. Feel free to leave any comments that you have in the comment section below. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.